Let's look real briefly at the following example. A metal tank begins filling with water, and there's a constant rate of change of the tank and water's weight in pounds with respect to the volume of water in the tank in gallons. The constant rate of change is 8.35 pounds per gallon, and the tank weighs 22.6 pounds when empty. We will let W represent the weight of the tank and water together in pounds, V represents the volume of water in the tank in gallons, and W is a function of V. And we'll call this function f, so that f of v equals w. We're also given that the function formula for f is f of v equals 8.35 times v plus 22.6. I'm actually going to skip over the first couple tasks and just talk about a few later ones. So let's look at this. Take a moment on your own to evaluate each of the following or solve the equations. And let's pay attention to the order of the operations we perform and the meaning of each step in the process. So we'll first look at this first question. And recall that f of v was equal to 8.35 times v plus 22.6. All right, so evaluate f of 31.8. So f of 31.8, first of all, you see that we plug 31.8 in for v. So we do 8.35 times 31.8. Notice that if we take the volume of water, which is 31.8, we multiply by 8.35, which is pounds per gallon, this actually tells us the weight of the water in pounds. Now, next in our formula, we see that we have to add 22.6. And if we take, so let's change to red. If we take the weight of the water in pounds, and we add the weight of the tank in pounds, which is 22.6, this whole expression will represent the weight of the tank and water in pounds. So first we found the weight of the water, and then we found the weight of the tank and the water by adding in the weight of the tank. So this whole expression right here represents the output of f when the input is 31.8. It also tells us the weight of the tank and water in pounds when the volume of water is 31.8. Now let's look at the next question. So we'll just write our formula up here. F of v is equal to 8.35 times v plus 22.6. So solve f of v equals 164.55 for v. Now if we do this, we know that we have to set up 8.35 times v plus 22.6 is equal to 164.55. Now first step is to subtract 22.6. So 8.35 v is equal to 164.55 minus 22.6. And recall that this 164.55 is an output of f, so it represents a weight of tank and water in pounds. So if we take the total weight in pounds and we subtract off the weight of the tank, this right here represents the weight of the water in pounds. Next, we can divide by 8.35. So we take this expression and we divide by 8.35. Since this expression up here, this difference, represents the weight of the water in pounds, and the water weighs 8.35 pounds per gallon, this quotient right here represents the number of gallons of water. Now this will be our answer, and it represents a volume of water in gallons. Now take a second to reflect on what we did here. Notice that what we did in the first case, the processes that we used in the first case, were the opposite of what we did in the second case. Or more precisely, what we did in the second case was the reversal of what we did in the original. We'll use this thinking to actually write an inverse Write the formula for the inverse of f.